And alright, so in the few minutes we're gonna have panel discussions with 4 panelists and 1 moderators under the topic of the futures of smart warehousing in ASEAN. Focus robotics adoptions and AI-driven WMS labors, shortage, ROI realities. And so if you would like to join the section, you can come to reserve the seats in front of the stage. And we would love to inform you that we will conduct in English language. So any one of you would like to get translation machine at the entrance, we have for you. We're going to translate English to Thai. So that means you can come to join with us every section because we have our translation machines at the entrance as well. ถ้าได้สนใจตอนนี้นะคะมารอร่วมรับฟังได้เลยนะคะอีกสักครู่เดี๋ยวเราจะเริ่มแล้วค่ะซึ่งจะเป็น2ช่วงนะคะในครึ่งเช้านี้ค่ะเราจะมี2 panel discussion นะคะช่วงนี้เรียนเชิญได้เลยค่ะสำหรับการจัดงานในครั้งนี้นะคะเรามี3วันค่ะวันนี้วันแรกนะคะจนถึงวันที่3กรกฎาคมนะคะซึ่งแต่ละวันเองก็จะมีหัวข้อแบบนี้ทุกวันค่ะท่านใดที่สนใจเข้าร่วมฟังหัวข้อไหนนะคะก็สามารถเช็ค agenda บริเวณด้านหน้าได้เลยนะคะ Alright, so we have these sections every day until 3rd of July. So if you would like to get for more information about the agenda of each day, we have at the entrance about the topics and date and time as well. เอาละค่ะถ้าพร้อมแล้วนะคะเราจะขออนุญาตเริ่มสำหรับ section แรกในวันนี้ค่ะ Alright, so we're ready. We're gonna go to have the first panel discussions. As I mentioned earlier, we're gonna discuss about the topic of the futures of smart warehousing in ASEAN, focus robotic adoption, AI-driven WMS, labor shortage, and ROI realities. We have 4 panelists and we are honored to have our moderators. So he is Managing Directors, VentuNext, and if we're ready, big round of applause to welcome Mr. Pengtao Zhang ขอเสียงปรบมือดังๆด้วยค่ะ
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Pengtao Zhang from VentuNext. So today we are going to talk about one of the most exciting shifts nowadays, the smart and automated warehouse in ASEAN countries. So I would like to introduce our panelists today. We have Mr. Panjagorn, Gittipongsiri, logistics consultant and business owner in food and beverage. Sef Kun Gong, welcome. And we also have Mr. Nuzzree, Watcharasakonpong, warehouse and transport manager from Bosch Global, Kun Naz. And Ms. Tanisara Luensuksan, senior manager, logistics and industrial, Cushman and Wakefield services, Thailand, Kun Kat. And Ms. Laphasrada, Ketmalee, manager, business development from Ali Logistic Property, Thailand, Kun Jip. Yeah, welcome. Please have a seat. Good morning again and welcome. Thank you all for being here. It's wonderful to see such a full room. And we are going to discuss, as I mentioned, the most exciting topic, which is about the automation in warehousing industry. So let's start. And as you can see, we have 4 panelists join this discussion today from service provider, from developer, and also from users. So we will go through all the topics you would like to know about automation industry in ASEAN. Let's Please join me to give the panelists a warm welcome. Thank you. Yeah, today's question number one. Where is the robotics adoption fastest and why? Let's dive in. And so I think this question is about the ASEAN warehouses sits at very different stages of maturity right now. So where are you each seeing the fastest and most real adoption of robotics today and why? This question, I would like to invite Kun Kat to share your opinions first. Thank you.
Everyone. Hi, everyone. I'm Kat from Cushman and Wakefield. For my real estate consultant perspective, I can see like the country that have the facing an issue about like labor shortage and high labor costs. They are like, the automation can replace this issue, and also the country that facing the limited of land availability, that like Singapore, they have limited of land, so their warehouse have to build like a multiple story, and they use the automation to operate their warehouse because of every single square meter that really important for them is can tell the return. Like also in Korea, they facing like an aging society, so they have an issue like labor shortage. So they use like many robotic like automation in their warehouse also. Yeah, that's what I have seen.
Thank you, Kun Kat. Yeah, the examples you share in Singapore and Korea.
Yep.
I believe it's the this kind of developed countries. A lot of them are facing the use of the land more efficiently. So I believe automated warehouse can be a solution. And also, Kun Nas, would you mind to share your insights as well?
Yes, okay. For these questions, I think we cannot talk about the robotic technology without the warehouse maturity concept. Firstly, I would like to explain about the warehouse maturity concept at the first in theory. From Gartner in 2022, the warehouse maturity concept is mean how we evaluate the warehouse operation in your warehouse based on the three pillar dimensions. First is people, secondly is process, the last thing is technology. And this divided to 5 categories. Firstly, manually. Manually is mean you rely on papers. Everything should be documented in papers, like you write down the picking slip. The second is we call system. System is mean system defined. You have system leading people. The third is integration. You have integration between the BMS, ERP, and other system together. The fourth is automated. You automated all the system together. And the last is smart. Smart is mean you can have the more cognitive system. You can forecast, you can estimate what will happen from your system. To here, from my experience, I see, from my work life experience, I see the fastest adoption is in cold chain. Because when I see the first robot in warehouse, I see in the cold chain is cold storage. Because they have the safety regulations, people can work in the lowest temperatures at least 15 or 20 minutes. So they have to ship, and then they have to think away how they maximize the utilization in warehouse. So they apply the automatic system. And the others is fast FMCG and food and beverage. Because they have the standardized, we have bulky products. These conditions, it's easy to apply automations. And the last category is I think e-commerce. And e-commerce we have a lot of pressure from the fastest. It's like customer cannot wait more. You see, in the express service, from today and today, the benchmark will be at least in same day. So we have a lot of things like this. And to answer to your question, from the big pictures I have seen in the ASEAN region is, I think ASRS has been was applied in 1970 from historical data in Singapore to lift up the operation in port in Singapore. And the reasons why they do it, because the scarcity, they have a lack of land usage, and also the labor cost that forced them to have adaptation on that. Yes.
Thank you, Jonas, for your very structural insights to this topic. Yeah, I believe the industries you mentioned, like the e-commerce, the FMCG, and cold room operations, these three are in probably the most demands of the automation. And actually, one of our clients in delivery industry, they already be the first one in ASEAN to adopt the automated sorting system, which helped them shorten the delivery time from 3 days to 2 days. I believe it's a big benefit for clients when you buy anything online, so you can receive your products 1 day earlier. But I also believe the automation is a very heavy investment. So let's go back to the numbers. What ROI benchmarks or payback periods are decision makers actually expecting? Let's still go to Kunjip. Would you mind to share your insights?
For payback period, in Southeast Asia, it's still considered 3 to 5 years. But the other factor than the ROI, what that they calculate to what is the return, what it actually is, also include the throughput improvement, the accuracy improvement, also the space utilization, and its scalability during the peak periods. This is all that means. It's not just the number. It's not just the labor saving that you need to calculate. It's the whole picture of the supply chain improvement that's going to reflect the ROI. And space utilization is one of the factors that's really important, that if you can maximize the productivity, the efficiency with the same footprint, that's gonna get you a better ROI.
Yeah, correct. So I believe when more clients, they embrace the automation, we can expect a higher ROI. But in the beginning of this stage, probably we still need some leaders or pioneers to start the revolution. So Kun Gong, would you mind also share your opinions?
Hello. Yeah, I would like to add Kunjip about the payback period. For the entry level, maybe will take around 24 months or 2 years. But if you are applying end-to-end ASRS, which is automated storage retrieval system, yeah, if it is a high level, it will be like 3 to 5 years. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, I believe ASRS is one direction, and there are also some other automation solutions in nowadays. So, Kun Kat, would you mind also share from your perspective anything we can expect in?
Okay. For my perspective, I will share as a real estate consultant, and this number is not about the invest in automation. It's about if you are the developer who want to build like warehouse or factory for lease, it's called recurring income. I have a chance to talk with the like tier 1 developer in Thailand. When they invest in their project, they're looking like for the assumption of the payback period is around 12 or 15 years. And they are not looking for the yield. They are prioritizing IRR. That is like internal rate of return. And I think like similar with the automation, if the tenant want to use the automation and they have to like invest the automation for lease, it's also like this kind of number that's good to invest for them. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So IRR is one of the most important topics in investing the automation, because when we do investment in warehouses, the warehouse building is designed for next probably 50 years or more, but the automation like the ASRS, the AGV probably is much less. So the ROI is the key issue when we are talking about the investment. So another very interesting question I think most of the audience would like to hear is when you just start your automation journey, or you already started years ago, what is the biggest mistake you've seen in the warehouse transformation? Let's go back to Kunjip. Can you start your opinion and also give us some inspiration?
The biggest mistakes that people think of automation just as a part to fix that. Just like if your pick phase too slow, you just replace it with robotic arms. That's what people think. But actually it's not, because when the pick phase is slow, you replace with the robotic arm, but other storage or other manpower still working really slow. That's not gonna increase anything. Or if your storage is slow, then you replace it with the ASRS system only. But that means apply automation is mean the whole system. It's the project transformation, it's the company transformation, it's the operational transformation. You have to think of all the whole picture. It's not just the automation itself, it includes the IT system, it includes the maintenance, also include like the manpower readiness. It's all things together.
Yeah, I believe one of the mistakes a lot of people they may make in this shifting is that they just want to replace one section of the whole process. Like you think the bottleneck is in the handling, so you just replace the manpower with the robotics or robot arms. But actually, it's a whole system. You can't just focus on hardware. You also need to think about the software, and you can't only expect one solution can be used for all. Like we have like ASRS, but for ASRS, we still need some other machines like AGV, like RGV, to support the ASRS to achieve the highest efficiency. So, Kun Gong, would you also like to share your opinions?
Yeah, in my point of view, I would like to share. I would like to add that the first thing, the big mistake, maybe we are focused on the operation inefficiency. We would like to have like a more faster for the picking or our operation to fix our operation. But the first thing that we need to think about is our inventory management. What kind of the robotic will help, and also the software capability. Because if we would like to go to the basic, what reports that we would like to have, or what requirement that we would like to have at the first stage. Because if we add later, it will be more cost. Yeah, the cost will be more expensive.
I see. Thank you, Kun Rong. And Kunas, would you mind also share something? Because I believe you are not only the user, but you can also share opinions from manufacturers' perspective.
Yes. To answer these questions, I think please don't be hurried if your company's not actually ready. I mean, I think most of the peoples or most of the company thinks that the automation solution is the shining objects. It's not the object, it's not a magic that you apply and then every problem will be solved. No. Because I think at this moment, if you automate an inefficiency, poorly defined processes, it means you just speed up your chaos in your company or in your workforce. Also, so I think the readiness is come from the three factors. Firstly, process maturity. How your process is ready. Secondly, is system integrations. How you define your this system validate. I mean, the validate data must be the main factors on this. And the last one, people and culture, your workforce. Yes. That's I could summarize like a football team. If you think the one solution automate is like you buying a Cristiano Ronaldo and applying to your team, and you expect that we will get the World Cup champions. It's not. But football team is a teamwork, not rely on one person. Yeah, that's it. That's all my conclusion on this question. Yes.
Thank you very much. So I believe automation is just not a magic, so you can expect one thing to resolve every problem. So probably the users have to do some homework and study, see what is the true expectation for their shift. Okay, let's move on to our question number 4. How should businesses decide between a phased automation, like we mentioned that use probably one solution or a few to replace the existing process, versus a large-scale end-to-end automated warehouse? What matters most in ASEAN markets specifically? Kunjip, could you share your opinion first?
Yes, for this question, there's no one size fit all answers. It's gonna depends on how your business work. If your business is still still have fluctuation like for the demands, you should try it as a phase by phase, like do it step by step, because you still have inconsistency. But if your business are just like someone that have all the data, all the consistency, and a really big scale, you can see every data that you can apply just one step at a time. So that is depend on how your business, because if you have all the data ready, all the consistency data, or all the demand, all the record itself, apply it as a one time, it's gonna like save a lot of money and you get like cost efficiency on that. But if like your workforce is not ready, you still need a lot of adaptation on the process. Just do it step by step. It depends. Yeah.
I see. Thank you. And I believe LA Logistics Property ALP just construct the first fully automated end-to-end warehouse in Thailand. So I believe it's a good opportunity for the users who's hesitating to shift from traditional warehouse to automated one. So you don't have to do a heavy investment before you experience the automation, but you can just spend very controllable rental to ALP and use the cutting edge technology in your warehouse.
Yes.
Yeah, and Kunnas, can you also share something?
Just back to basic, no? Phase automate or end to end. It's from I can answer this from my experience here. My recommendation should be phase to phase automate, because I think it's based on your philosophy. My philosophy is we need to learning by doing with our stakeholders, and we also we also design it together. If we have some like bottlenecks, I mean misunderstanding in each other process, we have to rethink about this before. And then this method, that's why I try to apply the phase automate, because you break it as the piece and connect it together. And this process will lead the acceptable from the user to accept this process together. And to summarize on this thing, I think we must apply one's positions like process excellence managers to describe what happened, what your people is doing, and define it, and make everyone in the stakeholder, all of the stakeholder, see the same things before you go it. Yes.
Thank you. But I believe it's quite hard at this moment to find a suitable candidate who already got the experience in the automation. And but I just want to know a bit more about, because Kunas, you mentioned you prefer phase by phase. So does it mean, just a bit curious, what if the user already invest some money to do a phase transformation? However, it doesn't meet the expectation. Does it mean they have to put in more money and start the next phase until they meet their expectation?
This is very, very difficult to answer, because let's imagine this process starting with design. It's like when you ask the engineering to drawing your house plan, and then you want to change the plan. That will be the more cost to do it. That's why I back to the basics. How you define your process, how you decide it. You have to decide most reality, and then you go ahead. Yes.
I see. So the design phase is the key to success.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. And Kun Kat, can you also share your insights?
Yeah, I also agree with all the panelists' answers, and I have one experience of my client that they are like the biggest consumer product company, and they are invest the automation one time in their warehouse, in their operation, and then finally they see that it's not suited for their activities, and it's from worst become worst. So if as a consultant, if I give the advice for my client, I will say if you're the new one for this automation, you don't have any experience, you just start the small one face to face first. or maybe like you can try to use like hourly logistic first to see the good number for your operation or not, something like that. If you are like have an experience, you know like what you want, you know pro and con of this automation, so you go ahead, like you go through like one time is okay. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. I think we've been talking a lot about the hardware, but as we all agree that the integration is also very important. How difficult is it in practice to connect the robotics, WMS, and other legacy systems together? Like if we have our existing WMS, how can we smoothly shift to automated warehouse and use that system? Probably we need to use a brand new system to control the automation. So how can this integration happen in a more efficient way? Yeah, I believe this is a tough question. So I think Kunjip, when you in your daily job, probably you meet a lot of this kind of problems when you talk to the different users. Yeah. So what is your opinion?
For the IT part, I think the most difficult thing is how old is your WMS? Because some WMS just in-house depth and some been used for decades. So that means when you want to apply automation and automation just work in millisecond fast, that means if the WMS is still like batch update 1 day at a time at the midnight, then how can you input the data to the automation? Is that going to stuck? Because you input just like 100 movement or 100 throughput at the time, something like that. So that means you have to adopt your WMS and apply it to make the automation work like more efficiency too.
I see. So it will be a big pain point if the system is really old. I just want to share a bit of my experience. I used to work at one of the biggest logistics company. In 2010s, they were still using DOS system, which probably were generated in 1970s. So, but it still runs very smoothly at that moment. However, the company finally made a decision. In 5 years, they want to cut their existing systems from 3,300 systems to 2,200 systems just in one company. So integration is becoming a more and more important topic, especially when we are stepping into the automation. Kunas, can you also share something from your side?
I have summaries. I have a short sentence on these questions. It's like, if the data is flawed, the automation is failed. If you maintain incorrect data in your system, your automation will be failed, because you cannot tell if you have the robots handling your robot. It's like the weight of the products. If you maintain the weights wrong, so how the robots will know what is the capacity of this load? Something like this. Everything in the process, if you apply the automate into your system, it means the less flexibility in your process. It means if you have less flexibility, data validate is most important. Yes, in this topic, and it's not the coding or API or whatever in technical reasons, but it's also the people's how we work together change. Yes.
Thank you. Kun Kat, can you also share something?
For me, for this question, I have nothing to share, like, because my clients not meet the experience about this. Yeah.
I see. Kun Gong, yeah, I believe you already had some experience in the integration.
Yeah, actually, I would like to add, Kun Chip, that we try to apply modern automation technology. If we apply the old fashion of the WMS, it will cause a problem. So the solution may be we would have the warehouse WMS or WES, warehouse execution system, which is on cloud, and we update often frequently. So it will go together. I try to apply the solution for this one.
Thank you. Let's close the discussion on a forward-looking question. Yeah, sorry, Kunas.
Actually, I missed one thing from that questions. Another thing is how you do that we call data governance in your companies, and also the process governance. Because if you are the companies like only in Thailand, it's fine. But if you are the multinational companies, you have to do this thing, because this will be the standard for, it's like the fundamental phase that will be used in other regions. Yes. This is what I want to add on.
Thank you. Yeah, I believe for multinational companies, it will be even harder. Different languages, different systems, different formats. Yeah. Last question is we look forward, and what do you think the most important thing to separate the leaders or differentiate the leaders to the next 3 to 5 years? What will separate the high-performing smart warehouses in ASEAN? Because I think this question is quite similar to one question very popular in these years. So what would differentiate the leaders in next few years in terms of AI? So I'm not sure if AI is also one component in automation warehouse. So I think everyone has your own opinions. So let's start from Kunjip.
So the most high-perform warehouse in the next 3 to 5 years, let's say it's not all about who got how much AGV you have, how much crane do you have. It's not all about that. It's about how can your warehouse is flexible and scalable, and how you have that's going to be designed by the data visibility, and also the most important things, ability to adapt through the change of the customer demands. Because who can say what's going to happen in the next 5 years? We cannot say that, but all the high-perform warehouse need to prepare for that. So that's my answer, yes.
Yeah, flexibility is very important to all the warehouse users, because everyone wants to spend a controllable budget, but to get a scalable space. Kun Gong, would you mind also share something?
I think, from my view, the differentiate may be from the data driven, and also the upskill of our manpower to study about AI. Yeah, I think this will be differentiate from also with the scale and the forecast of each business.
Thank you, Kun Gong. Kun Nas?
From I think the next 3 or 5 years, the philosophy will be changed. From the way we work. If we apply more automation, it means we've changed the philosophy from man to go to pick the goods, and then goods will come to man. And then I think what is the separate point of this thing is it happens on the humans, on the way how we work. For example, if we apply all the automated in your warehouse, the leaders can be maximized, the warehouse worker in the way like they will change the roles from the practitioners or practical person to do it. But they have, people will change to be control, monitors, and anticipation on the data in their warehouse. This will be lift up the people's skill from the practitioner to be the administration or controller. And I think for this kind of way, we still need the people or human in the warehouse activity at all. So and the seamless of the connected of the system or the BMS will be seamless. Yes, that's all.
Thank you. Kun Kat?
For me, I will share as the real estate consultant. I think like the demand will tell what's like separate. Like as Kun Jip said, we don't know like 3 or 5 years next. But you know, if you see before COVID and after COVID, the warehouse activities, the consumer behavior had changed. So the need of like the operation and activity also changed too. Like my real estate consultant before COVID, I still ask my tenant, my client that you need like the less floor warehouse or ground floor warehouse. But now today, the general one is less floor warehouse because of the logistic. The behavior of consumer has changed. We have e-commerce. We have like online e-commerce. The warehouse activities is already changed. So next 3 or 5 years, we don't know, like maybe the general one is like automation warehouse that everyone asks to. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. I still remember years ago when AGV just came out. I still think it's like a movie scenario. So I don't believe this kind of thing will come to the traditional warehouse at that moment. But now I can see more and more factories and logistics companies, they start to use the different automation solutions. Not only AGV, not only ASIS, but a lot of new technologies. So I believe for the users who is interested in automation, you don't have to move your, make any move today, but it's the right time to start think about how we can expect for the automated warehouse or solutions in probably next 3 to 5 years. So before we wrap up the discussion, anyone from audience, you have any questions for our experts? I think it's a good opportunity to hear some professional insights from the panelists.
Just a moment, please. We will bring the microphone to you.
One of the main focus topic in this discussion that I think didn't get mentioned is how is the AI driven WMS is adopt. So I may please describe more or maybe the use case of how AI will help with the data in the WMS apart from like a forecast for the purchasing. Are there any other usage case? Thank you.
Thank you for your question. May I know if please.
Can you speak Thai or no คุยได้ไทยได้ใช่ไหมครับคำถามคือถามว่า AI จะช่วยในการ predict อะไรพวกนี้ใช่ไหมครับผมไม่แน่ใจ
ใช้เรื่องของการส่งข้อมูลต่อให้จัดซื้อจากการแบบพวกminimum stock level พวกนี้มันมีเรื่องอื่นที่เข้ามา optimize ในแง่ของ process ต่างๆที่เข้ามาช่วยแบบว่ามี use case ที่เกิดขึ้นจริงแล้วไหมอะไรอย่างเงี้ย
Okay, to answer this question in English, I want to clarify this thing. Is from my experience, we use SAP, SAP, S4HANA, and these things is in the phase of implementation phase. SAP will do the data collection in the system. But in the other ways, our teams will bring, we call DALI tables. We will bring the data out to, we call red lake tables. And then we bring the AIs to calculate. But before we calculate, we have to ask the user what is the questions that or what they need from this thing. We have applied this thing in my experience. We have to collaborate together. Yes.
Thank you, Kunas, and thank you for the meaningful question. I believe the AI will definitely be one of the driven factor to future warehouse. Let's just see what will happen. And I believe companies like Bosch, like ALP will definitely bring these kind of new technologies and automation solutions to our daily life. And I think it's time to wrap up. And thank you, everyone, once again. I believe this is a fruitful discussion, and also thank you, everyone, to join this discussion today.